Hi foodies, Jenny here. Let's make some stew cow foot and tripe. A simple, delightful dish. Let's get started. Here I got some scald beef tripes in the supermarket. I give it a little cut, soak it in now with some coffee and salt. That will help eliminate that gamey scent. Here is my beef or cow foot cut really nicely. I'm going to add it in there also. Give it a good wash after the coffee with lime and lemon. So here is my frozen seasoning. You all know I love to do this. Just defrost it. Let's add some hing, some paprika, black pepper, oregano, and some salt and some garlic powder. Let's mix that really well. This will be my marinade for that cow foot and tripe. In goes that meat wash really nice with a lemon juice. Give it a good drain. Now let's add all of this infusion in there, and I'm going to work this in with my fingers. This will marinate overnight. This looks marvelous. So now what I want to do, put it in the refrigerator. Then the next day, into my beautiful glass pot with the water from the marinade, I'm going to add bay leaf and salt. Add some more water up to top. I'm going to boil this for 80% cook. Then we're going to put that into a lovely stew. I'm adding some white beans there, northern beans, I think that is. Give it a good little flavor. There you go, a beautiful boil in that glass pot. So I'm seeing exactly what is going on. That looks angry. So cover that lid with a little peephole and let that continue boiling low and slow. So in my pot, just a very little bit of oil. I'm going to add that in there. In goes my onion, ginger, and garlic. I'm going to have this sauteed for a good 3 to 4 minutes. Then I have this is an African stew that my friend made for me. I'm going to give you all the ingredients. I'm going to add that stew in there now. She's from Ghana. What this is all roasted pepper, onion, garlic, tomato into your and tomato paste and all of those stuff. You put it into your oven, then you zap it into your blender, and then you cook it on stovetop with a lot of oil until it gets dark like this. So here you go now. I'm going to add some of that stew in there, some more paprika. I'm going to put in there some chili flakes for however flavors you want to add into it, how spicy, and also some crayfish powder goes in there. Give that a good mix now. You see how dark it is now. This looks really marvelous. Now let's add our meat. In goes that. Give this a good mix. I want to add some beef flavor now back into this. Seeing this beef. Let's add some bouillon. You notice I didn't put any salt. So we're going to pull all that salt now from that bouillon. Let me know where you're joining in from and how you make your stew. I know it's going to be a little different by raising the sugar, but this is another method you could use by I'm doing it a little African style here. You could give this recipe a try. It's marvelous. And that stew, you could use it to make your jollof rice. You could stew chicken, your hard fowl, yard fowl, and so on. So let's continue with our meal. So this looks marvelous. In goes my green herbs and peppers. My foodies who follow me, you know exactly what that is. So let it release its flavors in there. And I'm going to add now some sugar. If you have brown sugar, add some in to balance that off. Now that broth that we boil it in, I'm going to strain that back really nicely in there. That looks good. And now I'm going to taste for salt and tailor whatever I need. If I need more pepper, more salt, more herbs, whatever you like, this is the time you're going to check on that. Give that a good mix so everybody can marry each other in there and release their beautiful flavors together. Cover that lid and let that boil for 3 minutes. Now I want to add some fresh herb and some dried chili pepper. I'm going to give this a good mix and let this continue cooking now for about 7 to 8 minutes, and it's going to be ready. So there you go. The kitchen smells divine. I can't wait to devour this with some rice, roti, jollof rice, white rice, whatever have you. So there you go. Beautiful stew, cow foot, and tripe together in one dish here from Jenny's Walk. Let's try that. This is the cow foot. You see how tender that is? Look at that. It's a very gelatin-like type texture you will get from the cow foot. And this is the tripe now. This is more like a towely type texture you will get, but it's very tender. This is one of my favorite. I also like in soup. So give it a try. Lovely dish here from Jenny's Walk. Always bringing great flavors to the table. From my kitchen to your kitchen. Happy cooking and enjoy.